I wrote my book and I started my podcast so that people could live up to their potential, but also so that people knew they weren't alone in what they were going through. I read a quote today that I really want to talk about. And yes, I have to read it because I don't have that great a memory. It's a different type of pain when you're going through a lot and need someone to talk to, but you don't want to bother anyone. So you just sit there alone, drowning in your own thoughts. So today, we're going to talk about how you really aren't alone and that we all have been there. So welcome to Dreams Don't Expire. I'm just Janae and just Brooke.
And just Brooke here again.
We haven't actually talked about this. This was just thrown on Brooke because I really wanted the conversation to be authentic and not thought out. Because I want us to be vulnerable.
Oh, God.
Which she...
Oh, okay. Stop recording right now.
This is not her strong suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But in all honesty, when we are in that survival mode is what I want to call it, we think nobody else has ever been through what we're going through. We think we are alone in our pain and in our insecurities and in life altogether. And we just feel so isolated. And it's because we don't talk with each other about what we're going through. And so you have no idea that the person next to you has either gone through something like this or is going through something like this. It may not be the exact, but the pain's the same. The insecurities are the same. So I really want to talk about how you are not alone in this. We've all been there, and I don't care. You look at us and you see confidence. You see, from the outside, our life looks pretty good. But are there days when we haven't wanted to get out of bed?
No, never. Not once have I felt like that.
Ever.
Okay, and that is true.
That is true.
That is true.
When I was going through survival, I looked at these amazing, successful, confident women and said, how can I be like them? Because I knew they never struggled. I knew they had a perfect life. I knew that they couldn't even understand what I was going through. That's a lie. It's a lie I think we all tell ourselves.
Oh, yeah. For sure. Again, welcome to social media, yet again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And part of it, too, is we don't want our loved ones to worry about us. So we hide it. And then we already feel not great about ourselves. So why are we going to admit to people that here's another thing that proves I'm not enough? That proves I don't deserve more. I'm not worthy.
I also think people don't have actual conversations.
They don't.
Or they don't listen.
They have surface conversations.
Yep, surface conversations.
Uh-huh.
So how do you get to below that surface? How do you breach it? Ask harder questions, more in-depth questions.
Yeah. Get vulnerable.
Yeah.
Ugh, sorry, guys. That nobody wants to hear that.
It's a bad taste in my mouth with that word.
Right? The vulnerable word.
Yeah. But I think most people ask you a question and don't actually want the truth.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I do. I want people to be honest with me. I would like it to have a stronger connection, deeper conversation instead of surface level.
Mm-hmm. I say a lot, how are you? And then I say, but how are you really?
Yep. And then that opens more conversation for sure. She does that all the time. Dang it, I have to get vulnerable today? Gotta tell you the truth?
Yeah.
Instead of being like, just fine. I'm fine.
I don't love the word. I don't like fine. I don't like good. That tells me nothing. My favorite was, and I used to say this all the time, I'm peachy. Do you know what that means? Could mean good, could mean bad.
Yeah, it's up to whoever wants to take it,
Yeah.
however they want to take it.
Yep.
Leave it open ended
Yep.
there.
So
For
I
sure.
would always just say, "Oh, I'm peachy," and they go, "Oh, okay," because people don't want to know.
Yeah, they actually don't want to know.
They want to hear everything's good because it makes them uncomfortable as well. But if we start having those hard conversations, yeah. And we both have struggled a lot with letting people know what we're really going through. We try to put on a better face, would be how I'd put it.
Yeah, but then there's also the side of it that when you talk actually about what's going on and it gets ignored, there's that side of it too. And so then you don't feel like those are your people to talk to. So there's been a lot of that, I will say.
Well, and that also creates like a stone rolling down the hill. You get ignored, and so you don't tell anybody else because you know they're going to as well. And there have been times, and sometimes I'm not vulnerable because I'm worried about anybody understanding, and sometimes it's because I don't want people to worry about me. I know Brick not only does not like to get vulnerable, she's strong. And I hate to see that because I think a lot of times she was strong because she had no other choice. When her mom passed, it was while pregnant. That is a very emotional time. Yet I never seen that side of you. You held it all together, all in.
I did. It's true.
And I get it. I did not show mine when Kyle got hurt.
Yeah.
I didn't want my kids to worry about me. They already had enough to worry about. I didn't want my husband to worry about me. He all had enough to worry about. So where do those feelings go?
On the inside. Bottled up.
Yeah. And then they come out in a really bad way. We want you to know you're not alone. We've been there multiple times, unfortunately. And we're getting better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like, seriously, the last year, we both had to learn to be more vocal in what we need.
Yep.
And to understand we are not the only people who have ever gone through it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you do feel alone in the moment. You feel like nobody will understand. And then you find people who have gone through something similar or just something equally as emotional. And you realize that you're not the only one in the world who's ever had to carry a burden like that.
Right.
Because I think we are totally alone in those moments.
Then I also think we think the side of well, ours isn't that bad. Other people are going through harder times. To downplay what we're going through, I think is another side of it.
Yes. Not to go back to Kyle, but I am. Every time I would start feeling frustrated, emotional, upset, anything, I'd always go, "Oh, get over yourself. At least you can walk." Well, him being paralyzed did not mean I didn't have a right to have feelings.
Right.
But I did allow myself because my problems seemed so small in comparison. How dare I get upset over something when I still had the ability to walk? I wasn't 21 and just lost that ability, so my problems were minimal.
Right. Or even the side of it, well, at least he survived.
Right. Yeah.
It always could be worse, or, that side of it too.
Yeah. And the other part was my tears do him no good, so he needs me strong, so I will be strong. Well, that's true. He needed me strong. But maybe my tears would have allowed him to have some too.
Yeah.
And would have allowed the rest of my family to grieve. Not that We still had him, we got that. But grieve the life we thought he was going to have. And that happens whether you lose somebody, whether circumstances change, whether, for whatever reason, there is a lot to grieve outside of death.
Yes.
And we don't.
Agreed.
We sweep it under the rugs because it doesn't seem bad enough compared to somebody else's bad. I wasn't going to go here, but actually now I am.
Great. I can't wait. Another surprise. Yay.
I used to like surprises. Now maybe not so much.
Do you like surprises? Anyways.
Actually, in the last 2 weeks, I didn't know either of them, but people I know had friends die of suicide. Because we have made keeping it in normal. We have made talking about it taboo.
I agree.
That sucks. That was very eloquent, wasn't it?
That sucks. It does. Yeah, it's been around in the last couple weeks for sure. And everybody's all like, "What can I do?" Maybe you should ask the harder questions. Maybe you should ask a secondary question like, Janae, how are you really? I don't know. That one's hard, but yeah, it's yeah.
And sometimes
Go
I think
deeper.
we're afraid to go deeper because
Yeah.
we don't know how to handle it.
Yeah, that's true. I think that makes other people uncomfortable. So,
Or if I ask you and you say something and I don't have the answer, now what do I do?
yeah,
Well, you listen some more and you say, you know what, I don't know what more to do other than let you know I'm here.
but the people might just be wanting you to listen and not have a solution.
Oh, yes. Yes, because when we tell our husbands something, we really don't want them to fix it for us. We just
True.
want them
I
to
just-
hear.
I just want to complain and
Yeah.
I don't want you to have a solution.
I
just
want
wanna
you
talk.
Well, I want you to go, oh my gosh, I'm sorry you're having a bad day.
Yeah, exactly.
Just understand that it was a bad day. Not fix things for me because when
Yep.
you try to fix it for me, it says, I don't think you can do this on your own.
Yep.
So maybe it is just as easy as asking questions and listening to the answer. And if it's just the
Basic.
surface, I'm fine, but how are you really?
Yeah. Next level question.
And really, that how are you really is such a basic, easy question, but you cannot leave all the answers I've gotten when I've said that. Because I say that a lot to a lot of people.
You do. And I'm always like, I don't want to tell you. Don't ask the second question. I'm fine.
But then we always have great conversations.
We do, actually.
Yeah.
Great conversations.
Yeah. So this is saying, number one, if that is you right now and you're struggling, go have a harder conversation. Let somebody know where you're really at. Let somebody know, because what you're going to find out is they've been there. You're not alone in your feelings. You really are not. I have not actually ever talked about this on here, but in the middle of all that with Kyle, I felt like I was letting my family down. I felt like I was not enough and I was actually hurting them. And so I wrote letters to all my kids and my husband. And I put them in a backpack with my gun and I walked up the road. Obviously, this isn't something that's been talked about very much.
Or at all.
To a little grassy area that somebody would have found me and nobody would have had to clean up. And I sat there for a while. And I don't remember exactly the moment that I said, no, I'm not going to do this. But I know part of it was going, if Kyle can handle his life, I can handle mine. But it was because I was so afraid of letting him down. And feeling like I was failing him and my kids and my husband, that they would have had a better life if I wasn't there. Which It's not true. They would have had such a harder life if I
Right.
had done that. But in the moment, and I mean, this was year and a half in, and it's because you can't bottle all those things up for so long and still be okay. Now, I never ever went that direction again. I once I made my decision, that was it. That wasn't the heart of my life, sad to say. There were times I still kept bottling it in. I just learned to hide it better. I just learned to really not love myself more. And I went in absolute survival mode. Now, you would think that that would have been my hardest part, but it wasn't, because I'd already made that decision that no matter what. So now what happened is I felt like life would never get better. This was just it, and I would suffer through. Nobody should have to suffer through life. There is more out there for you. There are a lot of people who, if I had told them how I was feeling, would have stepped up and been there for me. But I felt like it all had to be on me. I felt like I had to keep my family afloat. I had to be the strong one. And if I showed any weakness, my family would have fell apart. But do you know what? That meant my kids didn't come to me when they were struggling, because I was so strong that I wouldn't understand what they're going through. That meant, like, there were so many things that would have gone better had I just said, guys, I'm sorry I'm failing you, because then they would have said, you're not. If I had been vulnerable and told them the truth, we probably wouldn't have had such hard years, and we probably would have got through it faster. Now, I don't regret how I did it, because I became who I am from having gone through it that way. And maybe I'm just a slow learner and I had to go through it the really, really hard way. But don't do what I did. Learn from my mistakes and say, people aren't going to think less of me for saying, I'm struggling, I need you, I'm having a hard time. They're going to think more of you for daring to be vulnerable. And if you tell somebody and they don't listen, they weren't the right person. Go somebody else.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
That's for sure. Yep.
So,
I agree. Well, we're glad you're here.
thanks. Me too. Yeah. Didn't mean to go so heavy today.
I know. Surprised to me multiple ways, but we're glad she's here. And if you're wondering if this is us. This is non-scripted, and here we are having apparently a hard talk that I wasn't prepared for. But it's okay.
You can see she's like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I understand. I do. I've gotten better.
Tons.
Way better.
You have grown so much.
I agree.
You
I actually have a new view on life when people talk.
Yeah.
That wasn't just the Brooke way like it used to be. So,
and
more understanding.
Not only more understanding, you have been more open.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Her hard shell has cracked.
Yeah. A little.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's, you gotta start there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, get vulnerable. Let people know, because you are not alone. I guarantee it. You are not alone. Somebody out there is ready to see you and hear you. Thank you for spending this time with me, and for listening with an open heart, and for choosing to invest in your growth today. If this episode spoke to you, I'd love for you to share it with someone who might need the reminder that their dreams still matter. Sometimes one conversation, one message, one moment of encouragement can change everything. And if you want to go deeper, my book, Rise, Believe, Become, was written for the in-between seasons, the moments when you know there's more for you, but you're still finding the courage to take the next step. You can find my book on Amazon, and remember, no matter what phase you're in, your dreams don't expire. Until next time, keep rising.